You've seen them, right? Those shops in Japan where almost everything costs next to nothing. It's incredible. But, this isn't some simple gimmick. It's actually a miracle of modern retail, and it's built on a really complex science of global supply chains and seriously competitive business strategies. So let's dive in and decode the secrets of Japan's low-cost retail giants. And that really brings us to the biggest question of all. How on earth is any of this possible? I mean, how can a store sell a decent, well-designed product for a single coin? Is it some kind of pricing miracle? Or is there a hidden masterpiece of economic science making it all happen? Well, we're about to find out. To really get what's going on, we need to look at the main players. We're going to break down the strategies of what some people call the four heavenly kings of this world. You've got the massive Daiso, the super stylish Seria, the niche-focused Kando, and the trendy 3COINS. And believe me, each one has a totally different playbook for winning you over. Now, on the surface, they might all seem pretty similar, right? But that's just the tip of the iceberg. Underneath, these four chains are in a constant battle, and it's a battle of competing philosophies. They are not the same, and once you get their differences, you'll understand the entire industry. Okay, so this right here is basically their battle plan laid out for us. Just look at the differences. Daiso's game is using multiple price points to get you to spend a little more on average. Seria, they're sticking to that 100 yen price point, betting you'll love their designs and just buy more stuff. Kando is smart. They aim for city shoppers with really specific items. And then there's 3COINS, which bumps the price to 300 yen to sell trendier, higher value stuff. Four totally different ways to get to the top. Let's dig into that a little. Daiso's whole strategy is about one thing: scale. Going big. They order absolutely massive amounts of products, and then they sprinkle in items at 200, 300, even 500 yen. Why? To sell better stuff and bump up the average amount each person spends. It's how they spread their risk. Seria does the complete opposite. By sticking to one price, 100 yen, period. They make their logistics way simpler and keep their inventory risk low. Their weapon isn't a flexible price tag. It's beautiful, consistent design that builds crazy customer loyalty and keeps sales humming.
And what about the other two? Well, Kando plays it clever. They don't try to compete head-to-head with the giants. Instead, they open smaller shops in prime city spots and fill them with unique things you just won't find anywhere else. 3COINS, on the other hand, basically invented a new category. They just figured, hey, some things just can't be made well for 100 yen. So their 300 yen price point lets them sell bigger, trendier, and better quality things, tapping into that awesome feeling of snagging a fashionable bargain.
So, we've seen their game plans. But how do they actually make the math work? Let's pop the hood and look at the hidden economic engine that powers this whole system. This is where we get into the real science behind that simple price tag. Okay, the biggest secret really comes down to three letters: ODM. It stands for Original Design Manufacturing. What it means is that all four of these chains completely cut out the middlemen. No trading companies, no wholesalers. They go straight to the factories, mostly in China and Southeast Asia, with their own designs to create exclusive products. That direct line gives them incredible savings and control over quality. Their whole process is this ruthlessly efficient three-step blueprint. First, they use AI to basically predict the future, forecasting trends and figuring out what you're going to want to buy. Second, they place these huge direct orders with their partner factories. And third, they have this incredibly optimized global shipping system to get those products on shelves as cheaply as possible. And let's just hang on that first step for a second, because it's so important. When your profit margins are paper thin, making a mistake on inventory, like ordering way too much of something that doesn't sell, is a disaster. That's why big data and AI are literally the brains of the whole operation. These systems are analyzing sales in real time, tracking social media for trending colors, even looking at weather patterns for seasonal stuff. It lets them predict demand with pinpoint accuracy. It's not a guess, it's pure science. Okay. So we get the business models, we get the tech behind it. Now for the fun part. How do we use all this inside knowledge to become smarter shoppers? Let's turn all this theory into some real-world value. Let's start with one specific number: 300 yen. When you walk into Daiso, you might think you should only grab the 100 yen items. But if you do that, you're actually missing out on their biggest strength. This quote from the source material explains it perfectly. Daiso uses its gigantic scale to make things that cost more to produce, like a smartphone screen protector, for way less than anyone else.
I mean, a product that would normally be over 1,000 yen is just 300 yen at Daiso. This is their multi-price strategy in action, and it's where you find some of the absolute best deals. So the key is to shop with their strategy in mind. You go to Seria for stylish home goods and dishes. Remember, their whole thing is design, so you can get a really elegant, unified look for just 100 yen an item. You head to Kando for that unique stationery or those special collaboration items you won't see anywhere else. And if you're looking for the latest trendy phone case or seasonal decoration, 3COINS is where you want to be. Their whole model is built to capture what's hot right now. All right, let's bring this all home. We've covered a ton of ground here, from business philosophy all the way to supply chain science. So now, let's decode your best choice with a super clear, simple framework. This is basically your ultimate cheat sheet. It's really simple. If you want a massive amount of variety and you're hunting for those sneaky, high-value deals, you go to Daiso. If your number one priority is a stylish, consistent design where everything is exactly 100 yen, Seria is your answer. Searching for something quirky and unique in the city? That's Kando's turf. And if you just want the latest trend at a fantastic price, 3COINS is the spot. So there you have it. We've seen the science behind the price. It's this amazing mix of competing strategies, the ruthless efficiency of making things directly, and the crazy predictive power of AI all working together to create this 100 yen miracle. It really is a masterclass in modern retail. And it kind of leaves us with one last thought to chew on. In a world of AI-driven efficiency and perfectly tuned global supply chains, what is the true price of value? Thanks for tuning in.